Hey guys, I'm Dr. Nitesh Patel, GP working here at 21D. Now, in case you can't tell already, there's one topic that I wanted to talk to you guys today about. Coffee. And in particular, the caffeine in coffee. Now, as you can see, I'm drinking a coffee. It's not all bad. It's not 100% good either, but it's just worth getting a bit of an idea about it. Now, did you know there are over 2 billion cups of coffee drunk every single day? Now, that's ridiculous when you think about it. And there are many health benefits to coffee, and we'll delve into those in a minute. Now, coffee seems to be this magical potion that the vast majority of people drink first thing in the morning just to help them wake up and feel refreshed. It's actually something that me and my wife argue about virtually every day. She says I drink too much coffee, she drinks barely any coffee, and somewhere there's got to be a bit of a middle ground. So let's sip through the pros and cons together, shall we? Right, let's kickstart our morning with the positives. The positives of coffee. It has a whole load of antioxidants in them. And antioxidants actually help your body by reducing inflammation and helping do a whole bunch of fundamental things that helps your body work as well as it can. We all know it actually makes you more alert and gives you more energy for the few hours after having a cup of coffee. There have actually been studies that show that it actually can help improve performance as well. So that shot of pre-workout may be switched for a shot of espresso. And it actually may do better, and it has fewer of the additives that some of the pre-workouts do as well. Now let's not forget about the social side of coffee. We can sit in one of the well-known coffee chains and have a cup of coffee with our friends, socialise, gets us out the house. Similar to when people used to meet up in the pub for the same thing. Obviously people still do meet in the pub, but I have to discourage that for obvious reasons compared to popping to a coffee shop. You can see that my coffee is a black coffee. Now, I'm not saying you guys should be drinking black coffee, some milk, maybe one sugar if you really must. I'd like to say avoid sugar if you can, but some of the coffees actually have quite a lot of hidden calories in them. And that can be from kind of a lot of the milks and things, even some of the syrups and sugars they use. So it might be worth just having a little look when you're in your favourite coffee shop to quite see how many calories there are and quite the effect that that's having. A lot of the benefits I'm talking about are actually linked purely to black coffee. But you can't always have your cake and eat it. There's got to be negatives to drinking coffee. As a lot of coffee drinkers will be aware, it can give you the jitters. It can make you feel on edge. It can make your hand shake. You can get heart palpitations. Now for everyone, different amounts of coffee will do that to you. Now I know that I can have freeze-dried coffee. I can have quite a few of them before I feel like I've overdosed on caffeine. But I can have 2 coffees from one well-known retailer and I feel lightheaded, I get heart palpitations, and I know I've had too many. So I'll only ever have one if I'm drinking out. You might have seen my video on sleep. Caffeine can be a sleep killer. Now the half-life of caffeine is about 6 hours. Again, different for everyone. But I would definitely say taking a last coffee early afternoon would be good to try and help with your sleep. Now caffeine is technically a drug. You can become addicted to it. And so it's definitely worth keeping an eye on how much you're drinking. And if you don't get to drink your coffee for a day, whether you get any withdrawal symptoms, that might be starting to feel shaky, becoming a bit more aggy, or anything like that. It's just worth keeping an eye on because it's not worth becoming addicted to. One of the other downsides is it can cause stomach problems. Now, quite a lot of people come to me as a GP and talk about heartburn. And I found that they're drinking an excessive amount of coffee, and that's the sole reason. They cut down the coffee and their heartburn disappears. It can also cause irritation to the rest of the tummy and maybe even give you a bit of diarrhea. So it's definitely worth just keeping an eye on those things. In case you do have any of them, cutting down the coffee might just help. Now, before we quite get to wrapping this up, I thought I'd just give you a few fun facts. Do you know what country drinks the most coffee per person? Did you get it? Finland, actually. And do you know what country makes the most coffee? It's Brazil. Now, that might not be too surprising given, the Amazon and the vast amount of space they have. But if you take out per person, do you know what country actually drinks the most coffee? It's the USA. They consume about 30 to 40% of the world's coffee. A fact that I found quite interesting is coffee was actually found by goats. Well, not quite. But a goat farmer actually noticed that some of his sheep were getting a bit hyper and couldn't work out why. And then he had a look to see what they were eating. And they were eating some coffee beans. And so he decided to try them and suddenly found that he had a caffeine kick as well. That was the first person to ever have what we would now call coffee. As you can see, I'm drinking coffee right now. I'm not going to tell you to avoid it. But I think I've said it quite a lot about a whole bunch of different things. It's drinking it in moderation. You will know when you've had too much coffee. But it's also very beneficial for you. So drinking the right amount of coffee for you, which may be a cup, maybe two. I definitely wouldn't say drinking more than 3 or 4 in a day, because then the negatives will probably start to outweigh the positives. But obviously, this is just a guide, and you know your body better than anyone. But hopefully it's given you some food for thought about coffee and the effects of it. So, I hope you enjoy your coffee, but maybe think twice about having your 3rd or 4th. Thank you.